Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, good morning everyone.
Good morning, sir.
How are you for today?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you. And you?
I'm very well, thank you. And today we will study about giving advice. Before we continue our material for today, better for us to pray to our God, our mighty God, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, because of God's blessing, we can attend to this class together. Okay, pray start. Pray finish. Okay. I would like to ask you, who is absent today?
Nothing, sir.
Nothing. What is it? Nothing. This. Fix it because no one, sir. Okay. Can you
Alright,
read it?
sir. Yes,
Okay.
I understood.
Today, before this, what we have learned yesterday.
Mm,
Do you still remember about narrative text?
no, I forget, sir.
Why? Why you forget?
Because I'm playing all day.
So let's your play. Okay. I would like to remind you what is narrative text. Okay, narrative text contains about animals, fun story. So, can you get it? What does it? What does it mean?
Oh, yes, sir. I remind it now.
Okay, what is it?
Narrative text is like a story that using imaginative, I think,
And then the function?
to entertain.
Okay, good. So far you are so clever, and it's necessary for us to continue our material because you have remembered it. Okay, today we would like to study about giving advice. Okay, today we would like to study about giving advice. So, when you hear about giving advice, what does it mean? Giving. You will give something to others. Advice. Just like suggestion. So, what does it mean? Giving advice. Okay. Giving advice is you will advise your friends to do something better in many ways, such as you, when your friend had a bad day, and then you will give them, oh man, oh my friend, I suggest you to do something like exercise if you don't want to be fat. Okay, so giving advice, like we want to give some motivation or some good words to our friend to make them better. Okay, in giving advice consists of maybe several types. The first type is hard advice. Advice means that you have give a suggestion or advice for someone in urgency. It means that the one that get the advice have to do it. Oke, jadi orang yang dapat advice itu harus melakukannya without any rejection. Okay, if you want to make a hard advice, you have to use have better. Have better. Harus lebih. For example, when your friends had an accident, then you said that to your friend, you had better to go to hospital. It means that your friend cannot reject it because it's very urgent and it's seriously. It's the first type of giving advice, and the second type is giving advice by using question. Maybe it's like different, but the meaning is the same. But Why don't you? Why don't you? Kenapa kamu enggak? But the urgency, it is not as hard as the first time because it just make it as a question. But the first time is using had better. It means like you have to do it. You have to do it, and without any rejection. But in the second time, you can reject it if you don't want. It's just a question. Okay, the third type is using modals. Okay, and the third types, you can use two modals, should and ought to. It seems like the function seems like the second type, but it's different because it uses modals. The fourth type is you are acting like the doer. You are acting like a friend. It uses if I were you. You are acting like you are the doer, and if you are the doer, you will do something else. If I were you, I would like such as like that. And then the last is the soft suggestion or the soft giving advice. You will use the I will suggest you to, but the fifth is the soft because the doer or the one that you give a suggestion can reject it. It's such like a small talk. On the fifth type or the all of the type of giving suggestion or giving advice. So I would like to give you a video of the example of this, and then after you watch this, I hope that you will understand it more and master it. So I can ask you one by one, what do you get from the video or from this material? Okay, enjoy the video.
You always use should to give advice? Learn another way to give advice by listening to this story about traveling to California. Tomorrow, Marco is traveling to California for a vacation. It's sunny there, so he'd better pack sunglasses. After he packs, he'd better go to bed early. His flight leaves at 6 a.m. And he'd better not forget his passport. Otherwise, he won't be able to get on the plane. Like should, had better, and had better not are used to give advice. These are semi-modal verbs. They do not change form, and they are followed by another verb. He'd better practice before his band's concert next week.
Okay, thank you for your attention on the video. Then I will ask you about the video. The first video talk about.
The first type itu hard type, sir.
Okay, why you said the first time?
Because in that conversation there is word had better.
Okay, good. And then the third video.
It's about the fifth type, sir.
Okay, fifth time. I would suggest.
Yeah.
Is it right?
Right.
Okay. From the first until the third video, which part is harder? The hardest.
I think the hardest is on the first type that using had better, sir.
Okay. Makes sense if you said that the first step is hardest. Because if you don't see had better in a sentence, well, you will use another type. The key of this lessons or this material is you have to know, you have to translate all of the situation in the sentence. So you like think, is it hard or not? Is it soft or not? Because of the situation, such as like the video said that you had better go to the hospital because the person that you give the advice is the victim of an accident. That's why we call it as hard advice. Until this time, do you have any question, my students?
No, sir. I think it's clear.
It's clear enough or clear.
Clear enough.
Okay, good. So, you had better to study it in your home. Okay? Don't play too much because it will make you become lazier. I think it's enough for today and see you tomorrow and